So we hear these words on change makers, trailblazers, initiators, visionaries, and all of that. And I can tell you, if they're really making an impact in the world, there's one thing common in them. What's common in them? If they have traveled to the depths of their soul. If they're truly, truly leading people, then they have traveled to the depths of their soul. We also know people who are in the position to change the world, and they're not changing the world for the better. They're changing it for the worst. Why? They've never traveled within. So they're just projecting everything to the world and causing chaos, major chaos in the world. I don't have to name any names. It's everywhere, all around us, all over the world. So to truly change the world, one has to begin with oneself. You have to change yourself. How do you change yourself? What does that mean really to change yourself? So, we are a function of our actions, our behaviors, our interaction, our habits, our deeply rooted beliefs, how we live, how we think, how we interact. That's how we show up in the world. So if your behaviors, actions, beliefs, who you are is causing you suffering, is impeding the flow of your life, is coming in the way of your greater joys and aspirations, is ruining your relationships, is making you sick on every level, then that's a clue. Only one of those things are needed. That's a clue that you need to look within. There's something within you that needs to change. So when you begin to change that, you feel better because you become a little bit more you, whole. You become empowered. You become self-reliant. You're like, oh, when I did this, I can create this change. Isn't that nice? I'm going to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So this is the inner work of healing. So, we can become conscious of how our life is, where we are suffering in our life. And then we have to go work backwards to say, how am I creating this? Sometimes we can do a little bit of introspection by ourselves, but it really is a matter of elevating your consciousness at the same time doing the work. They are both in the same thing, really. So that's where you need the support. If you're ready to begin to change yourself, changing yourself is the same as healing yourself, is the same as empowering yourself, is the same as being confident. That's when you are unstoppable because you know who you are. You're not going to know who you are if you don't go inside. Okay. How we look, what we dress, these things are fine. That's not who you are. Your title, what you do for a living is not who you are. It's how you do the job is who you are. So if the how you do the job is not satisfactory, then that how needs to change. In that order for you to change the how, you've got to go within. So I invite you to my Inner Compass Club. I'm doing these short videos to really educate you on what this inner work entails, and then give you an invitation to join the Inner Compass Club. You can join for $1. Right now, all the material that you need to heal your past wounds and hurts is already there. Short teaching videos, meditations. I'm about action. I don't want to give you unnecessary knowledge to overwhelm you because you can get that from Google. But I want to actually tell you something that you can practically use it. Now that becomes wisdom. Now that becomes wisdom. And when you have wisdom, you don't have to carry the burden of, carrying this knowledge and not using it. That's just added stress. So join the Inner Compass Club today, innercompassclub.com. Ayurvedahealingcenter.com. All the links will be below. I look forward to you becoming a part of our community and enlarging this community of people who are ready to live from the inside out, to change the world first by changing themselves.